Today's profile guest is a business expert who earned his graduate degree from Columbia and has lectured at the renowned Wharton School of Finance. He's here to give some invaluable advice to small business owners and entrepreneurs, and I'm pleased to introduce our guest, Jacques Luben.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Great.
This, I think, is a very important topic, especially in today's times. People that want to incorporate their business. Why do you tell somebody it's a good thing to incorporate?
Well, I mean, basically, there are three important reasons to incorporate your business. The first one is that when you go out into the world and you try to develop your business and meet people, whether it's customers or suppliers or banks, you want to present yourself as the president of your company. So when you set up a corporation, you are the president of your company, and it gives you a certain amount of stature to go out in the world in that capacity. The second thing that's terribly important is we live in a society where it's what they call litigious. People are constantly suing each other. So over time, as you become more successful, unfortunately, one of the negative byproducts is that sometimes people want to sue you. When you are incorporated, what you've effectively done is you've separated your personal assets from your business assets. It's extremely important. If someone sues you, you don't want to lose your house. You don't want to lose your retirement assets or your automobiles. You want to keep those separate from the business. So a corporation just domiciles your business, and it keeps it separate from your personal assets in case there's a lawsuit. The other important reason to incorporate is that with proper tax planning, anyone who has a business that's incorporated over time, legally, will pay less taxes than someone who works for themselves. For example, when you have your own business, you have all kinds of legitimate tax deductions that reduce your income and thereby reduce your taxes. So those are the three major reasons why people set up corporations. And it's very important to do that. Now, there are also people who set up what are called limited liability companies for businesses that are primarily in the real estate business. And when people call us, we explain the differences. But those are the two basic concepts. You set up a corporation or a limited liability company, otherwise known as an LLC, and you get the benefits of prestige, asset protection, and lower taxes.
Now, is this expensive?
It doesn't have to be. We set up thousands of companies for people all over the world, not just in the United States. And to the extent that we're very specialized in it, we don't make it expensive because it's what we do for a living. And people come to us, and we have a basic set of questions that we ask them about what their business is going to do, what they want to call it, who the directors and shareholders of the business are going to be, and we take care of it from there. It's sort of like not wanting to prepare your own taxes. You could do it, but why learn how to do your own taxes when you can get a perfectly competent tax preparer to do it for you? It's the same thing with setting up a company. You want to go to somebody who is a professional in that area.
Well, anybody that wants to start their own business, they want to succeed. So what are some of the keys to succeed?
The keys to succeed are to believe in yourself, to know that what you do, you're going to do well, whether it's an electrician, a plumber, a chemist, whatever it is you do, make sure you're good at that business. And in many cases, people have done that work working for other people. So they're perfectly positioned to do it for themselves. The other thing is you have to be prepared to work long hours, and you have to be prepared to struggle a little bit in the beginning with the idea that over the long term, if you're successful, you will make a lot more money in your own business than you will working for other people. And that's really the goal.
One thing I found interesting on your website is your checkup list. I think a lot of people, they need a list to get them going. Can you explain that?
Well, a checkup list is something that everybody needs, whether you're a golfer and you want to make sure your swing is perfect, or you're a pilot and you're taking off. A checkup list helps you remember the basics of the process. So what we have is a checkup list for setting up a business, which includes how to incorporate, how to open a business account, whether or not you need a webmaster, whether or not you need an accountant, and when. Because there's certain things you need right away, and there's certain things that you'll need down the road as you become more successful. But the checkup list is always there. And the idea is that whatever you're good at, you should be doing that and not worrying about administration. So if you're a broadcaster and you have a broadcasting company like you do, you want to spend your time doing that. Having said that, you want to make sure that all of the elements are in place so that the foundation of your business is well established. And so you have a corporation, you have a bank account, an accountant, and all that stuff. It's there, and you know that now your job is to go out and be successful with your company.
Well, I think it's a wonderful resource. Thank you so much for being part of our show.
Well, thank you for having me.